with the people of Salone, and with the members of the Fourth Estate. I have to take this opportunity for tell plenty thank you to all the media partners that will cover we, and all the one that will carry we live, especially with community radio station them across the country. I also want to tell thank you to all the partners that will provide me all the support here will make we continue for up the game. Special thanks to UNDP. We don't help we with some of the improvements that we want to see. We help we for again bring quality to the press conference we will do. If you like somebody they will compete with me, with the hand at the talk. I don't know if a phone day or a comments they run, but by the way I get the IGP now. I also get very armed security personnel. I can order the forceful removal now, because now we don't tell this for talk. We will tell down, we hand you the mic, you self you talk, and then we camp on today. We get a very distinguished panel today. The focus on the education sector. Primarily, I'm glad to see I get the two distinguished ministers them. In fact, the three ministers that will get education at the name and they are today. We get the Minister for Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Conrad Saki. We get the Minister for Technical and Higher Education, Dr. Haja Kamatumaiwi, and the Minister for Information and Civic Education. All education. We get the entire education sector today. Of course, I don't say a lot of people also come because or don't tune in because they want for a from the Honorable Inspector General of Police, William Faya-Sellu, we there to provide updates as will be promised on the ongoing investigations then we don't be on the front pages and headline news both here and around the world. As usual, before we get into the meat of the conversation, I can provide some quick updates so the public will know what government they do. So the first one, Khadija. President Bio, you can also look at the screen. Now we don't, we up the game. That's so you have been there? Not possible. Not possible. You have not been there, so you have been there. We up this game here. Next week, also the screen, small. This week, now one screen, and all you will arrange. Next week, then they do it together. Here we go. He shall be correct, man. His Excellency President Julius Madabio on the 31st of January, now State House, be preside over the signing of a €35 million financing agreement between the government of Salone and the European Union. This agreement now for supports the country in agriculture value chain and supports the government in flagship Feed Salone program. So these are parts of the show. See the work with President Bio they do, they attract the right kind of international support, and we're glad for this. Next one, now that the Secretary to the President, the very distinguished Dr. Emmanuel Gaima, we convene the inaugural, the first time, with all the institutions that were under the office of the President and come together so that they will look at how they work together for advanced service delivery and strengthen coordination within the sector. There are the agencies in this winner, His Excellency the President in office. Now they supervise, and so the Secretary to the President, they provide support to them all. So this meeting will happen as well last week. Next one, the Deputy Minister for Information and Civic Education, Bokari Abdulaziz Bawo, will go engage the High Commissioner of India to Salone. He go get this conversation so then we'll talk about how we will benefit capacity building, cultural exchange, and other things they will learn from India, we then say we learn from Salone. So the Deputy Minister will go get this very fruitful conversation last week. Next updates now that Salone don't qualify for joining the second cohort of beneficiarism for the Mission 300 initiative. And this is a program with the African Development Bank and the World Bank Group and other global partners that they do for providing electricity to 300 million people across Africa by 2030. Just last week, we President Bio been there out in Tanzania, we announced again another program where the country qualify for. So that one day we can talk all the part, this, the work, if you travel this. Every time you go, you come back with this tangible benefits. And this now one of the tangible benefits then we don't see. Next one, the Ministry of Internal Affairs do announce their effective 1st of February. Then commercial Okada motorbike, they don't agree with them. So they don't go drive now 35 treats them now the Central Business District of Freetown. Members of the Public Internal Affairs Minister and in fact the IG denial, they beg them, say do you abide by the law, law no use Okada. Now then 35 treats they are within at the press release where the ministry been put out, Internal Affairs been put out, they all then I will page them. Even within a year now, in fact for beginning going on internet, they up the game. So when I did the check, also will say check our live free internet. Thanks to partner who will announce at the end of the press conference with the help with this internet situation as well. So we dey try for green camp, the IG dey try for green camp sanity at the Central Business District, and so this is now one important announcement. Another announcement now, the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, one of the sister very close ministry, they don't express deep concern. Say people don't go build, they don't encroach by the land we belong to Takugama, the chimpanzee sanctuary and the environment. The ministry will be known to the public say Takugama sanctuary they cover 600 acres of land. And that land they own a protected tourism development area. Anybody will go build around there illegal. For let build there, for let squat there, for let go do anything around there. In fact, just last week, Takugama came meet me and then she said they will meet the chief minister immediately. His Excellency the President was informed. He called, he instructs the IGP as well. They say anybody where they catch them, then they pull out because we need for protect the environment. We need for protect them reserve area and then we need for protect the wildlife. This is now part of the civic education as well. That the ministry under the strategy will launch. So these are all very, very important. And this is the end of the quick updates we want to provide to now for this week. As I know, every week we will start with give you a highlight of some of the development that we have in across government. Now, look council the reason we make there. Today, we will start with the topic we care for with our education. Who don't donor, they will go to the one with the other issue, with the updates. So first, we will start with basic, then we go to higher. The Honorable Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, you know the Banana Island Minister, First Minister, not so?
Absolutely.
Exactly. The Ministry of Salone, the first and only minister will come out na island day. Mr. Minister, over the past few weeks and months, in fact, I told you on this conversation a lot. People don't ask about this exam, CAS, WAEC, qualify, who school not qualify, who are supposed for gets involved. And so it don't lead to family and they complain about some picking and day and some districts they where they're not able for sit exam. I know because I talk to you, see this is an issue you don't care about, and you don't try to seek a comprehensive and a wholesome solution. We will address this issue long term. Today, you come for provide an update to the public on this issue of public exams and CAS and USA within now. So, Mr. Minister, you see, one of the things that we know to Soya Bende, we now na Soya Day, we get timer. We will give the mic, we will give time, and it counts down in the year. We will give 10 minutes, Honorable Minister, for you do a comprehensive update on this situation, and then we come to your colleague, the Minister of Higher Education, SFD, with you on 10 minutes. So 10 minutes are for your updates to the people of the country. Thank you, sir.
I want to tell Pamela beaucoup adu. I'm glad for there. And also this is my first press conference for the year. So I take the opportunity to wish all the family and all the one who look and listen to me a happy new year. I also want to take the opportunity to tell other and we support the two ministries during the education week. Boku Tenki. It was a very successful week. The theme of the education week now be AI and automation, and for make sure so we secure how we use the human talent and ingenuity in that process. It was a very successful week, and it ended up with the president do the keynote address on the last day of the event. So I want to tell all Boku Tenki for our support, but in particular I want to tell the people of Bombali and the stakeholders in Bombali for the support we are giving. Now, let's go to waiting the reason why they asked me to do, because I see the time they want go to Lily sir. We don't come back to the exam period. And we have been say last year we get some challenges with WAS. What will we do? The beginner will not be able to take the exam. Government provide funding for make them take the exam through private WAS. So we hope so this year we're not in the same situation. Unfortunately, USA right now, the information we get is that we still need school for do what they need for get them picture in the system. So that is school now a general context of how we work now the system. Firstly, for take WAS, you get continuous assessment grade when you need for put into the system. That will constitute 30% of the grade. The new system is that every year, when the beginner don't go through the year, you upload your CAS grade into the system. And when the beginner progress from one year to the other, you will only able to upgrade that year in your CAS if you don't upgrade the preceding year in your CAS. If you don't do that, then the system not will allow you to do that. So that's how the system works. So you put 3 CAS into the system.
CAS means
CAS, continuous assessment scores. Yes? So that constitutes 30% of the beginning grade. In the old system, what will happen, you only upgrade CAS once. And the system will also allow you to upgrade CAS even after the beginner don't take the actual written exam. You can go back and you upload CAS. This is no longer the case. Now that reason they make, we decide, see, you cannot get repeaters in the process, because if somebody take CAS this year, it failed. He cannot join the system next year because he's not going to get CAS for the 2 preceding years before that. It's important that I explain that. So at this present moment, we don't put a number of systems in place for make sure that only the beginner were eligible for take the exam, we will take the exam. You know, there are no repeaters into the system. So as of now, we get like 163,000. I repeat, 163,797 beginner we dig into the system right now for 892 schools. This now an increase from what we did last year, when I be 147,000 take the exam last year within the system. So we don't see an increase. Also in terms of the number of schools that we did at the system right now, it don't increase from what we did when I be 816 schools. Yes, so I can tell Boku thank you to school leaders that we not able to meet the time and they don't make sure they begin and then at the system. However, there are still some schools there where we start deadline. I will tell you now the sort of thing that we do behind the scenes for make sure we support them in that. But at this point in time, all the beginner within the system now they will get class 1. Out of the 892 schools that will not submit a class 1, we need to say they don't put the bio data of the beginner, all the personal details, the photograph of the beginner, all the essential details that they inside the system. You get 880 schools will all submit class 2 into the system. So you can see say the number different from 892 to 880. That means to say there are 12 schools that will not upload the class year 2. However, it don't mean to say the beginner not to take the exam. It does mean to say they don't reduce the continuous assessment grade by another 10%, roughly speaking. Yes? So the next phase now, the third phase, where they call the batch registration system. So at this point now, the school they need for register the beginner for actually take the exams. Now that day, I can talk to the school, encourage all the parents there for go to the school, put them school leader under pressure for make them complete this batch registration. As I talk to you right now, the deadline when we set in the ministry now the 7th. So now this Friday, only 32% of them school, the 892 schools, now they don't upload, now they don't do the batch registration. We know one level between the left here. The only way they do, we don't put systems in place for support schools for make the register them care. But I want to talk to the public direct. I want them parents that go meet the school leaders, ask them, say if they don't register their beginning. The reason why they say that but who tell them when them they are not in the system, them parents they can't need they cry. So before we get to that point, we get a little bit of time now for make them get a light and they really appeal to the public, especially the parents. And also they appeal to the Board of Governors where they get oversight function over their school leaders and also they appeal to the general public and the MP that the local area for make them hold their school leaders into account. For them 12 schools that will not upload the class 2, that tell now with a punishment. And they tell now why we do that. Because we offer everything to them. We even offer to take IT people from the different region the way they don't upload the system into the system, they don't take that. So for me, that they show gross indiscipline. For that day, all the one within a government school, within that system, we suspend them for 6 months without salary. And I repeat, 6 months without salary. It don't come back now. There must be consequences. The focus of education is about accountability. If me don't offer you extra support, me don't provide you support and you don't take her, then you really know what help. Of that, and then you get 4 schools then inside that system we are private schools. And for them private schools, we they ask them say, if you are proprietor of the private school, you need to employ a competent head of that school if you want to continue with your license. If you don't do that, we they revoke your license. You no go operate now again. We also get 4 schools we will not get no evidence of, but they didn't have the system. None. So the reason we can then now encourage the school leader for do the needful and for make sure say they get this their rights and will not put begin them now the position we put them last year. I also make sure say I share with now the action we will take. The last time we suspend school leader for 2 months. People then grumble and say it's too lenient. So this year we go up the game. So now we don't make it 6 months without salary. So I just want to make una help me or share this message. On the website, we will get all the schools that we not upload class. So una set to see them district by district. Una go able to see that and una set can make sure say una can talk to the school that we need. Oh, I think we tell you.
Right on time, eh? This is our education minister. School business, when I say time, sharp, the bell long in. Mr. Minister, before you go, actually get, I want to take this opportunity for maybe clarify just briefly. One, I'm glad you say they publish the name of the schools, the names, them. We and the Minister of Information will let Leone and share that list, so we say they help push them forward to the public and our websites and with social media platforms. But of the 12 schools that we currently in default, do we know how many of them are government school and how many are private school?
Yes, of the 12 schools, 4 of them are government schools. Okay. The other 4 are private schools. And the other one are schools of some description.
Community schools, maybe?
Now, wait a
Oh, can I mean by the 4 we're not getting cut off?
We don't get no record of it. But they didn't have the YX system.
Okay, so 4 are government school, 4 are private schools, then the other 4. Alright, thank you very much, Mr. Minister. I think, again, very clear, very comprehensive updates on this situation. The reason we make this important, this particular issue don't be subjected to misinformation and disinformation in the past. I remember TEMCAM, they may make allegations saying that because normally people sit from one particular district, from one particular region and all that, the minister will come and explain, say, we follow the same pattern and system with other countries we follow. We are part of the YX system and not play that role in there. Even offer, on I say, technical support, increase significantly the uptake and offer commend all the schools that are across the country. Because these are really huge percentage in terms of compliance, and I think a testament to your leadership and the work we don't do on this one. So congratulations, and we tell you thank you. I'm sure if public gets some question, they will come online, we'll come back to you. Now we don't pass WAS. We can't go down I say we don't pass WAS, so now we don't pass WAS, they look me one clap. So we don't pass WAS school. So we don't pass WAS school. Very important. But for today, we agree we all don't pass, we don't sit, we go technical and higher education. Madam Minister, always wonderful for being with you, and also I will say you get some updates that we want to share. You back at the first 10 this year, 2025 for Canada Press Conference for update the public. So in 10 minutes, I want to provide a quick overview of the status of higher education in the country. And then I know say last week you began one news reports here. We have big news in terms of connectivity for your higher education institutions. This is an opportunity for the share. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I will first like for thank the Ministry of Information and Civic Education for creating this credible public engagement platform. And by way of updates from the Ministry of Technical need for contribute positively to societal development, but also for them to compete with them peers and compete them on the global scale. So no one can disadvantage them in any shape or form. So one major thing we will work on within the ministry now for strengthening the regulatory authorities there. Follow ensure say the investment His Excellency don't make we protect them, but we ensure say quality is maintained within the education sector. And I get hot news off the press because this morning, me and the team in the parliament, we will be go 2 acts and we will review. One, the Tertiary Education Commission Act, so that in our agency where they provide regulatory oversight for higher education. And the other one, NCTVA, where they provide regulatory authority for vocational training, where the 2 arms of the ministry. So we've been revised the act then because the one will be the use from 2001. So we can all agree, say from 2001 to now, things that don't change. The plans of the ministry don't change. And also what they happen at the world, the global trend also don't change. So we therefore review the act then, follow our line, and then ensure say we strengthen the regulatory authority of both of the agency. And I'm very happy for the report say this morning, both acts they don't pass my parliament.
Oh wow.
That deserves a round of applause.
Yeah, we did give.
And I really want to tell the team for where they provide all the support we need for reach to this stage. So the other major thing we happen within the sector, now for say last week, the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, the Ministry of Communication, Technology and Innovation, and a local private company, ELCOM, we signed an MOU for being reliable and sustainable. And we create that platform, they forget frank conversation as to what they happen at the sector. And one thing will come out from the students and for say that they pay for ICT fee, then they get the service. There was some misinterpretation about what ICT fee means. But the bottom line is that for say that they pay for a service where they can do it internet, then they get reliable connectivity. So we don't sit down and think as a ministry how we will try to change that narrative. And I remember we organized a press conference, the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, we organized a town hall sometime last year. And the moderator, when somebody from the Ministry of Information, tell me, say, when he said I'm a student at the University of Leone, now the same thing. So you tell me, say, a historical problem, not a TV problem, that's really only happened for a very long time. So we now, as a ministry, we sit down and begin to say, how we will make sure so we bring reliable and sustainable internet connectivity to all the higher educational institutions, not just universities, but also the vocational training institutions, the government technical institutes. Because we know, say, the big 5 where His Excellency don't also implement, we get pillar 4 on digitalization. So how we get to ensure, so we bring technology and digital learning platforms to the university, and we therefore create an enabling environment. And when you create that environment, it supports human capital development. It supports youth employment scheme, because now young people embark on what they call e-commerce. You get internet, you're able to start your business online. So we begin to think as a sector how we go and ensure that we solve that problem in a sustainable manner. And I want to thank His Excellency because he traveled one time, he meets a representative from the local company, private company we work with, and give them the opportunity for he invites them for Faya-Sellu, and then they lead to the MOU sign. After the Faya-Sellu, after His Excellency invites them, the Ministry of Communication, Technology and Innovation bring the opportunity come to we, and then we do the legwork for those sign the MOU. And the details of the MOU, now for say that they provide the devices there. So now satellites, we know how Starlink, so it's powered by Starlink. We know how Starlink people can satellite connection. So that they provide the device for we at no cost to the institutions there. The institutions and therefore ensure say nobody protects the device there. And the beauty about this is solar powered. So you know for say power challenge, so it disrupts the service. So it's powered by solar, so green energy. and it gets minimum or no maintenance, because that's another challenge. You don't go want to get equipment, then you go down give anyway for maintain it. So you get little or no maintenance. And another beautiful thing about it, we as a ministry, with all we stakeholders, we have put together what they call a white list of educational websites, where as long as a young person, a student, connects to that device in at the university or the vocational training institution, you will access the websites and be free of charge. Even if you don't get data, you'll be able to access them. Now we give them the list. Anything outside of that white list, the students want to access any websites out of that white list, they therefore buy data, but it's at a very minimum cost compared to waiting the current mobile network operators and the charge. So it's affordable as well for the students. And phase one, now the university, they will not begin put together a deployment plan already. This week, they go for a big college. In fact, tomorrow they will begin do site visits and for a big college for low begin rollouts. We can get the timeline. Phase one, now the universities, all universities, both public and private universities, because we do things and through the equity lens, one for disadvantage, one group of students and over the other one day. Then phase two, now the government technical institutes. We don't do all the legwork in terms of the number, because each device, they connect 800 students in. So we don't provide the data for the different campuses of the universities there, because we know some get multiple campuses. We don't give them the number of students there. The device they don't come, we begin deploy this week. Because that's a timeline where we want for work very fast for all the universities and the vocational training institutions then connected. The other thing this thing for help with, now on the back end, we forget data and analytics. What do I mean by that? And we're able to tell from the back end which one panel websites and the students will utilize more than the other. And other data we will help with for say, okay, maybe we need for the targeted intervention for change the narrative. So you not just end the yes, this system creates an enabling environment for the students able to connect. So we now as a ministry will therefore work with the leadership of the universities and for them to get dedicated, functional ICT space. The students they pay for connectivity, for computer fee. So therefore work with the university and say now internet don't come. Una therefore ring fence down on the students and they pay. I like my 10 computer on able buy this year, the best personality, when I put them in a space. Next year, when I get that money back, when I add, eventually, over a few years, over a period of time, we will all get fully functioning ICT suites then, where sometimes students don't get access to smartphone or tablets or laptop, they will go and utilize that space. And therefore, ensure say they get maintenance plan for their equipment there, so not just buy anymore. So that money they invest, if they use a percentage of for buy the equipment, then they keep some for maintenance. So if anything happens, also that's when they begin fair money. The money readily available for maintenance of the equipment. So this will create an enabling environment for the students and in terms of digital learning. The last time in there, I talk about another MOU we don't sign with a partner in India for develop an online skills training platform and lifelong learning platform. So this will create the entry point. We will work with the UN agency for develop a fully comprehensive education management system, because we want to move away from paper-based way of doing things to technology. Technology will help in terms of efficiency, accountability, integrity, effect, all them things they help. They help follow ensure there's quality in the system. I'll stop there for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Madam Minister, as we talk, 22 years ago or so, I go to the college and they been charge me computer and ICT fee. I been pay. I not be see computer one day, one day give me internet access. So who don't arrange all this? They are helpful left of the college who money back. Lord, get reformed. How na say? Correct, eh? Don't say all the complaint. I don't go say not to social video. Now the minister don't make sure that money will pay. They see a giant solar powered Starlink internet at extremely affordable cost, available on campuses with whitelisted websites. I dey go na the story and say for write a headline. No say me I there for help una. I will work together. I dey lay the ball for you clean. You understand? So the minister don't see starting immediately. Then they begin roll out at various campuses, internet. What they mean white list? It means say certain website they go not to Facebook. Certain website the way you go there, what's an education website? You no need for pay. In a free download zone. What's na book you download. But don't want a website the way you want to go chit chat, now they pay small thing. But you pay cheaper. And the internet is reliable, it's fast. One for Elcom, thank you, because they also provide to Starlink today will be used. We also get Orange, UK, April, Africell, obviously our most consistent partner there as well. I also want to acknowledge the presence of you, Deputy Minister of Technical and Higher Education, the Honorable Sergio Aziz Kamara, a very distinguished dictator of your right as well. Etc. But I ask now, you said they have to go radicals. My brother said they are from State House, in the Directorate of Communications at State House, Mr. Mike Bewa, one of the most prolific defenders and promoters of President Leone agenda at the government of Salon. Because, by the way, he attended a very good school. Which is? Now, only one good school there. The Albert Academy. Very good school. By the way, the minister really attended a very good school. The Albert Academy. So do you have who not attend good school and ask my parents there how they do that? So alright, so you know it's okay. And then them boy they make one talk. Especially the village boys. Now look at the Inspector General of Police. We don't address the education sector. But one of the reasons we call the IG for CAM, and they come frequently, is that the country currently will launch an investigation. Last week we can hire and provide an update and tell them and say, hey, some facts they need on this case. Social media can talk to you. But there are some facts we want to establish. And then on wheel, very important, the government of Salon will launch an investigation for look into the various allegations and news reports them. The IG there last week, he announced this investigation. He called an open source investigation. What they're going to do today, they now have to provide a brief update on the investigation, which they don't find out so far, who's are we there, and what we expect in the next stages of this investigation. As always, I'm the primary spokesperson for the government of Salon. So when the IG don't talk down, any additional information I will provide. And then when it comes to questions between me and the Inspector General of Police, I have been fully briefed. That's why I want to assure you. That's me self ready for provide answer. But over to you, the distinguished Inspector General of Police.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, members of the Fourth Estate. I'll get a couple of briefs now because if you look at social media now, plenty things they come. In the first place, waiting the trend now, and this so-called sporting of justice. As I talk to now, there has been no formal communication to neither the government of Sierra Leone or to the Sierra Leone police. Policing all over the world get forum, also they share the information there, the I-247 and it is a part of the Interpol activities. There is nothing of such. That understanding, when admission and fly out, government directs that we set up an investigation into all of these things when they fly. So what do we do? We not get not to place with the bigger possibly can complain. So what we do? We get special units, police, what we call the open source investigation unit. We activate that waiting to be called open source investigation. Now, investigation where they collect, we analyze data, we will help you for generate actionable intelligence. In open source investigation, we collect, we analyze the data, then of course we utilize them. We will talk about open source now, publicly accessible outlets such as websites, newspapers, social media, and any other area. So for all this time, that's what we focus on. We don't focus on only from all this time. But I want to say, so far, what do get? People, I want to first of all comment that we put out information, who they collect, who they analyze, and who they direct, who to do thereafter. For now, that picture of that man where they float on social media, not able from open sources for affix a name to that face. And the name Umar Sharif. Umar Sharif is the name we will affix to that particular face. And we also look at what they come up on social media and say he don't live in this country for the past 6 months. So whether name they come up, what we do as a sector, as security, as police, as investigators, we go back 6 months from now, we check all the former entry points into this country. That kind of knowledge. That one has been established. Then going forward, we get people like when they say, so we have been to all of those places. Many places I've been to over the last couple of days. Yes. For we, all of them questions when they play in our mind, we'll get answers to them, or we'll forget access to this particular person. So as we talk to now, we on the look for this particular person, and we encourage members of the public, make a note for support the police with information, we will help you for go down to the facts of this thing. But for now, we established, we don't get the name, we don't link up with that face, and now we are going further. After we don't check entry points, we get other things that we go for do for able for really establish the identity. But in investigations, you don't find for wrong commentary manner. When wrong commentary, you don't know that's your man and we will sometimes for people to talk for go use and the other kind of way. So but this forum, and that way don't become part of what we do every week. And therefore they are every week on Tuesdays for updates the public on this particular one and several other matters. So the other one I want to talk about, the one on the Guinea. The one on the Guinea, yes, we don't send a team of investigators now, Conakry, for go access them where they intercept with these people, where they say it was allegedly carrying some substances suspected to be cocaine. We want to know what happened because they have been very tight-lipped on this one. So we teamed it together with the foreign minister, don't waste anything for who facilitate. Even the waste also. Something that happened, I know you just speech was in Bhutan and he said foreigner from Liberia, from Guinea, then somebody command and said, no, I have access and we have to go through the protocols of the office. You don't want to say inside of allow you. So the minister they inside it together with the team already from Saturday. From Saturday to now, we don't check a couple of things. So hopefully by the time we come back, we will get the story. But what is key is that we want to access them people and we want to know what will happen. For example, we want to know what generates the order of mission for allowing the car to move from one point to another. We want to know whether we inside the motor. We want to know the driver tell me when they come back from inside wherever I go, whether we inside the motor and exactly inside intercept them. So all of that is hanging. Hopefully, by the time when the minister come back from we will not reach today, by tomorrow, we investigators will get a chance for who access the people who they detain, for when they give you an account of what happened. For now, we all know we will see what happened to decision. We all know we will see that. Then, what thing happen now that after then, some, I see something that will happen in the past, who we don't need to rest, still they come up. For example, on the 19th of September 2024, around 5 minutes to 12 midnight, this Gulfstream 4 aircraft landed in Leone. He packed an apron tray. Landing 3 hours of activity at the airport. All forces, all security forces represented together with the Civil Aviation Authority of security people and staff, they go there. Then this aircraft, he packed apron 3 at the airport. Now just beside we get to the counter-terrorism unit, we based at the airport, comprising 22 soldiers and 22 OSDs, and they go back. Then C, do that investigation. Yes, civil penalty. And what I mean by that is, if you land now, you enter with airspace unauthorized, you get a lot of offenses to the commit where they will charge you for. If you enter now with maritime domain unauthorized, before you enter with maritime domain, you get authority from ports and harbor authorities. If you don't do that, you enter, they intercept you, you get the act where they invoke these clauses we don't violate, we don't infringe on, then they be charged. So for that one, then you take them through, run the investigations of the people then, take this matter to law officers, working with civil authority, airport authority, then impose fines on the people for that unauthorized landing in our airports. The total, in terms of the fine, have been $100,000. They pay that money to Bank of Sierra Leone. These are the payment receipts where they pay to Bank of Sierra Leone. That particular fine for that unauthorized landing at the airport of that fall. Then, when they don't pay the fine, they get the aircraft fixed because they get a mechanical challenge where they established during the investigation by our own authorities at the airport. Then, with respect to possibly say if they carry drugs or whatever, we get support from the Drug Enforcement Agency of Liberia and the Drug Enforcement Agency from Ghana. They can do swab. Swab, we get some tissue. If opinion pass now, when you pass now, this in the change color. They swab that plainly 2 times. First, the Liberian authorities they can swab. DA from Liberia they can do the swab. It was negative. The one day from Ghana they can do the swab. It was also negative. That was established. Then, of course, we will not be getting reason for hold on to it because whatever test they give us, all of it was negative. That is one issue. It was dealt with. We put out a public domain, but I wonder why it keeps coming up. So I said I do clarity for now. The second one, and most recently, this fiber boat way float at Black Johnson. This fiber boat at about 5, a little after 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 people, the Master representative, Tinker Cargo, and Arnold Brandon, that is this fiber boat, they called the Navy body, they called the police who body. Of course, the Marine and the Navy will operate together. So this boat, tour, Canada return. The next day, they open this boat. The same exercise we conduct. Compartments, the day in fear, we decided. The other compartments, the pilots with it, the captain with it of the fiber boats, will do thorough swab inside that boat. Everything turned out to be negative. In this case, what do you want for at this point? We country want for appeal to development partners. May they support Sierra Leone. May they help for combat transnational organized crime. A big thing, not only what they affect the world over. So we ask for support from our international partners for them to build capacity for combat this type of crime, not only drugs, movement of small arms, stolen works of arts, missing documents, plenty of rather we have obligation to the way out thief motorcar, we impound them, people will out thief passport to other cases. So we are looking for more capacity building activities so we help the Sierra Leone police for confront emerging trends in crime across the country and the sub-region. So for now, this is my update.
Thank you very much to the distinguished Inspector General of Police, William Faya-Sellu. I will take the liberty of just maybe repeating some things he's just said, because I know we have some international media with interest in this issue. The the open source investigations by the Sierra Leone police has found out that a possible name, the name that they have come up with, that the individual that is in the pictures that have been circulated online was using in Sierra Leone is Omar Sharif. Correct, sir?
Correct.
Secondly, the Sierra Leone police has made moves to try to locate this particular individual based on information that they have received, and they have conducted visit raids at specific locations where this individual was alleged to have been present, and the Sierra Leone police has not found this individual yet. The Sierra Leone police is therefore calling on members of the public that this is an individual that the Sierra Leone police would like to speak to as part of these ongoing investigations. If you have information that can help the Sierra Leone police locate this individual in Sierra Leone, that is the information the Sierra Leone police can provide right now. The investigations will continue. The chief of the police also made a very specific plea that Sierra Leone is determined to ensure that our country does not become a hub for transnational crimes of any nature. We are therefore asking, as we did last week, we sought cooperation and support from international partners to help us to guard our borders, to help us to do the effective law enforcement that is necessary so that our country cannot unsuspectingly become a desired venue for illicit activities. That is a summary of the updates of the ongoing investigations. We thank you.
There's something you mentioned about the tracked immigration records.
Oh yes, going back to 6 months ago, the Sierra Leone police has also looked, because the reports in the media suggest that this individual in the photos is been in Sierra Leone for at least 6 months. And so the Sierra Leone police has done a diligent job going through all formal entry points into our country and looking at records for the past 6 months. And as at today, they have not found any record of this person's entry into our country through one of our formal entry points. And they have looked back to 6 months, because that's the information that they have had at this point. So this investigation will continue. The Inspector General of Police has committed to coming back to this platform on a regular basis. We have now secured a slot for him every week. He will come and will continue to provide updates. We had promised that these investigations will be transparent and will provide timely updates to the people of this country and of course to our international partners. Now to go back to Creole. First, I will get to the questions that will not come online, and then we will open here for questions. I think some of the big questions that will not come online, the IGO answered them already about what the investigation revealed so far. Christina Okello asked Dandy, I think one of the international journalists, they will don't contact me. He also asked about within the investigation we find about the vehicle we contain the suspected cocaine with the seized in Guinea. I think the IG don't provide updates on that, say we have dispatched teams to Guinea right now. In fact, the Minister of Foreign Affairs is currently in Guinea to help facilitate us having access to the individuals and to aid us in getting information on this investigation. So that update we'll get as well, hopefully the next week when we have more on the situation. The other question then for the Minister in the media. Number one, somebody said Jalabo campus, the school fee na 8 million for 1 year. If Daniel unfortunately students will not able to pay this amount instead of the government for advocates for them. And what did happen to the 3 wards of teachers at university as per the proclamation of President Liu, where they offer free education to them up to university level. I think I will also get this one because I think the president may say if you're not a teacher and then either you begin or you want, I think another question then they ask it to that. So that's Madam Minister of Higher Education. The question say if the internet will welcome they do na fee. I think you already answered that, but this question will come before the press conference starts. And then the last one for you as well, Madam Minister. How soon the recommendation then the recent investigation of USL, all the constituent colleges then between 2001 and 2023 could be implemented? How soon that they will happen? So we'll come to you. I think even the one we get the major question then briefly, and then I think we'll get question and I will take it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, and thank you to the one that we sent the question in. So I always get this question about tuition fees. And so this question is Jalai University, 8,000 or 8 million only units per year. As a government, if the money there, it's something we will consider for say free quality education all the way to technical and higher education. But at this point in time, it's not possible. But for remove the financial barrier at basic and senior secondary, I think it's commendable for the government. And I can always make or add from this already because you know ask the question for say the amount, the 8 million for the year or 8,000. I can always use this as an example. We get private secondary schools then, where the tuition fees for the academic year, it's way more than this. And then they say educators at that level, they demean them in any way, but at universities we have professors. We get to pay a lot more than what you pay at senior secondary school or primary school. So I just want for the people that get that at the back of their mind. The tuition fees where university students can be paying as salary, it's one of the lowest in the region. And we really, I want to use the opportunity to talk to the students and to say they get for paying their tuition fees. And I'm glad this have been one engagement with them where they tell me say they're not advanced, they say they don't want to pay tuition fees, but they want quality education. But quality comes at a cost. When I pay the tuition fees, and then when I let you know who they work for ensure that there's quality in the higher education institutions. The second question, I believe, this can touch on the granting aid scheme where the ministry currently they implement. So we recently reviewed the granting aid policy, not just for granting aid at national level, but also at international level for ensure there's transparency, and we clearly put them down in black and white the procedure for get both awards. And within that policy for the granting aid, we make provision for teacher them where we meet certain criteria. But again, when we finalize that policy we go to okay for height, therefore be made public. In fact, I even talk to members of the team for saying we're going to develop infographics where we will put out on social media, and I'm confident that the Ministry of Information will also help to disseminate and for people to understand which are the provisions inside the policy, both for granting aid at national level and also for international awards. Then the third question is how soon the recommendations from, I believe, the recent investigation will take place at the University of Sierra Leone will span, I believe, 2021 to 2023. So we get the university court, now the highest decision-making body, now the university, then they handle the matter for now. But having said that, the ministry self, as the supervising ministry, we self don't get to the court. We self therefore see what can we therefore do for ensure say we support the court for the implementing recommendations. The procedure was rigorous in terms of the investigation. We get the recommendations backed by evidence. So therefore ensure say we allow the court for do their role, and then we provide oversight and any support we need to ensure say all the recommendations in that report is implemented for strengthening the higher education institutions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Minister. Mr. Minister, you want to talk about this question of the scholarships for teacher picking them and awards? You want to add to that?
The scholarship for teachers and awards, that the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, in the supervisor, waiting the TSC can do, the TSC now provide the evidence and the data whether they use or make that decision. But he already does say that the situation will review, and so we all get forward for the review. And I'm sure there will be some form of validation where the general public will be involved. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. No, not all. I think the last week now will start, so this week will start here. You do 5 here, you do 5 here. So 1 woman, 2 woman, 3 man, 4 man, 5 man. Yes.
Good afternoon. Leone Madam Minister, it is of course institution to be saying, okay, and I must. Just like Mr. Minister said, before computer, they will not take computer class. Now, the entire year one, when you put it on, you can put other charges. And you find out, you go inside it, can't go inside it, a lot of items inside it, I look at everything inside it. So, what's all of them what's going to? The fees not reduced can go. And so what they are going to then other charges, they need to reduce that money back. So I want to know which one are they do with yourself or government, what do you do as a minister, but you say, who go on to year 2? Now other charges then get cut them down. Because of they're not going for supply local, they're not going for putting lots of things inside it, and most of the other charges will then it don't make any sense to go
Behind you. Thank you very much. Other charges. Another question. Yes. Another listen, please.
The question goes to IG. Yes, I did mention, say, because you were in the picture now, BOMBSHELL, according to it as when they did the report, they say they do series of fact checking and in camp show say not just legislators. So the question is, what thing will I use based on my investigation for come to the fact say because you not just legislators now BOMBSHELL?
All right. Number 3.
Mayor Nema RFCC. This is a question to the IG. In connection with Guinea story concerning the ambassador for going to this cocaine issue. Now, from waiting one for understand, they will not catch these people. We don't understand, say, they hold the driver. Since that's what they hold the driver, the Salon government or the police not ever let talk with this driver for no than the second post where they hold with these people. From that time to now, they will not be second post to now.
Now we know about to answer that question. Not to so? Just no we IG talk. No answer that question, did?
I may not get them.
Alright. Next, number 4.
In the overt and covert world, they say anybody who affiliated the presence of cocaine in a country to a political, ethnic, and religion wrong. They say that a combination of, I don't know what to call a combination of international mafia and the country, the powerful person to give government and developing country. Therefore, the question is, you say, well, put CCTV around the country. What people at the Abbas Academy, I really want to put at the chase. When we say they can take drugs like the system, the black guy in that country. How this CCTV come up to 800 meters kilometers the borders out them exist there, so that next level will get an incident of this. It's not a question of country figures of people or individuals. You will get patients to see the outcome of the investigation. I thank you.
We man go back, I can't wait to accept the law.
Voice of Salome. Mr. Minister of Basic Education, let me take you to the Teaching Service Commission. They were established, and basically they will launch the teacher's license on the 23 November 2023. The teacher's license, this belong they say when they award teachers and license and they will take exam. How effective and efficient the license is, and also how productive the exams stay for teachers and for them we will deliver to the school beginning.
All right, so we get 5 questions. We'll try to answer them. Madam Minister, other charges will be the college now. So the one we probably already change. So we'll come here 1, we'll go here 2. Why the fee not go down? If the item then I want to know the supplier. So we see they do about that. That's very important. I think that your question, Andy. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, and thank you very much to the students and the audience who asked that question. And you're absolutely right. If you do year 1, you pay for orientation back. Now year 1, you do orientation. We go year 2, you don't need to pay for orientation. So I want for you to give me more information on the use, if you get more information on the incidents where you decide so, then we can take them forward. What I go on for also actually, as I don't tell you earlier about ICT, we're in a historic challenge. Not about ICT no more. That engagement will be get with students and both. And every other engagement we already get with students, the issue they come up saying they pay for service, they really get the service. In fact, now we make them publicly, talk them publicly considering a daylight hobby. Enough for continue. So how we don't prove to and say that issue for ICT, we don't put measures in place to address them. Allow and trust we as a ministry and the government will say the issue about ID card, about development fee, about all the other fee the owner, the pay owner, the service. Allow and trust we say, until we then until we discuss with the university leadership and the students and to see how we can solve them once and for all. And it goes beyond talking, therefore ensuring we create a monitoring and evaluation framework for monitor what we agree on, they go implement what we don't tell them for do. And we get an open door policy. We work, when we make big decisions, we bring the students leaders there. So we rely on them for giving feedback from their own perspective, waiting they happen. Now the institutions develop and just say, this thing so for pay for service so and maybe it's a thing of the past. Yeah?
Thank you. Mr. Minister, the teacher's license, how effective are they?
I think the best way to answer that question, for me, I just explain about the teacher's license. The teacher's license, there's a reason why we introduced them. It was because we get some challenge with the quality of some of the teachers, and we use that as a way to improve the skills development of the teacher and the people who put them in front of the classroom. And for me, as education minister, any decision I make, I take out on the basis that if we begin this school, what I will expect. So I want to make sure, say, the quality of the teacher that we get in our system, they of at least international standard. So let me give you an example. If you apply for being a teacher in England, you go for there are 3 subjects that before you be going to teacher training. One in English, one in maths, and the other one in science. We give that teacher a rounded background. So the teacher license, they ask the teacher to take the exam on 5 subjects. One, na English, the medium of instruction. The second, na maths, You might say, why you want to test the teacher in maths if you don't teach maths? Because maths is associated with computation and thinking. That is problem solving. The third, now ICT. So if you look at the problem what I bring to today, about uploading things and the internet and all that things, you might come to the conclusion, say, well, perhaps the teacher and the school leaders here don't get IT skills. So one will give them the IT skills now. The fourth, now professional standards. We have real expectations. So what do we expect of teachers? So for example, a teacher in a classroom, you see young girl picking, you like how you see that girl picking, you know, for doing nothing, for they be safe. And all that, a professional standard. The last one, now, we don't spend quite a lot of time in the education system. They look at curriculum, which looks at what you teach. Now, we want to focus on how we teach. So the last of the five are pedagogy. Yes? Another benefit of this teacher license is the fact that when we get out, we will sign agreements with other African member states, AU member states, then we get the same licensing process. With that due portability, so that once you see you don't get your license as alone, you don't need to say you're able to work in Nigeria, or Nigeria gets out. You don't need to say you're able to work in Ghana, because Ghana gets out. Right now, at the talk show, the top management or the top leadership and the TSC, they Ghana will study talk. Or look at how they register teacher they get. So we want to make sure say we dey at the very top. When I be there at the TSC and go abroad, I can joke with me counterparts the abroad saying, you know, Salon, now we get for lead, then una follow. And they talk and laugh because I do say they take it very seriously. And the reality is that I can tell you several things in terms of teacher training and development ways Salon ahead of. So now we first get a collective bargaining agreement. Most African countries don't ever get and they don't even know it. We get, you understand? So now that make we introduce the licensing. For make sure say, you know, be a financial burden on the teacher then, when I'm in the TSC, we pay money to World Bank for make sure say it's free of charge. And that's the way to do. So our 5,000 teachers they don't pass the exams. Now the teacher themselves they come forward for go pass the exam. What we need to do, and this so Tiwa will let the TSC go look at, now how we go help them, because we don't want to let them fail. We really don't want to let them fail. We just want to let them get new skills where perhaps they don't pick up when they leave university. So for example, you know, check number the talk say you did 20 years. Now 20 years you say you left Kobe College. When we left Kobe College in 1989. So when they talk, yes, I old.
Minister, I don't say.
So when they talk,
Minister, I don't say.
So when they talk, say, you know, if we pay for computer, they tell me they go college, I do demography, then we get a model we get for do computer. That dictates the lecturer and dictates that. Okay.
All right, thank you, Minister. So you teach at the all for seats this exam for past maths, English, ICT. Yeah. All the teacher they even the one that we come on Kalike, and the way they are Jimmy bag on a bounce.
Well, we're not the first teacher there as of now. But
so
what they do, the incentive is that all the teachers what they recruit now, and let us just use this opportunity. Last year alone, we recruit 4,300 teachers.
So they want
of those 4,300 teachers who want their own to get the license.
All right, okay. Thank you, sir. IG, the question then will come for you. One is say, what we use for ascertain, say this person not to Joss, but now Omar. Important, even as we come to the IG, maybe like just say, will not talk say the picture not to this person, not to this person. The investigation being get multiple layers. First, have been for ascertain the identity as we know as a law. News reports separate, not so. The news report say they find out say this person here they use AI for find the person own identity as they know. Within the IG report on recent now that's the identity one identity we then don't able for gather based on open source investigation. Will this person seem for the go by in a salon? Nine and I named the way the IG call BOMBSHELL. So I want just for make that point there, but IG maybe go add to that. And then the second point was this CCTV owner puts how it will help them kind of investigation here and how we make it available across the country. I think it already requests for additional international help for support we on that issue here. And then I think the next question will be about the driver and Guinea. As I say, we don't touch on that, but maybe, yes, go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Madam, this is your putting vital sport, putting somebody right in the island. What do we the top as police? We go to Uganda from oil sources, oil sources. Then we don't put out to that. So that's covered. No one tells a reason to this. We say we, from oil point of view, this is what we are talking about. Then on the CCTV coverage, this thing, idea will be not when they conceived in 2014. From 2014 to now, to last year November, we know they get a dust. Not only police conceived that day, but the design of take on because one of the meetings we go to the excellency, he emphasized surveillance cameras around. So then I said, well, I commit myself to see what I can do. So before Christmas, I don't install, as I told you, I don't install 17 cameras in Freetown West. I don't install 13 in Freetown East. I just the beginning. So with time, I expect to roll out across to all regional headquarters towns and other clusters. So this is not just the beginning. So allow less patience for a while. Things will happen that way.
And the driver situation, just clarify again. The Guinea.
Well, even that clarifying the introversy, we have sent it to get access to the driver and the occupants of the group. One for get access to that president team. That's why the minister is there today to support that one. Even we also don't we don't just one like where I say you can go meet person and say you go take this. No, that's to go through the formal prescribed procedures. So that is now the follow. This investigation, this forum, we don't commit myself say every Tuesday I must come, any day I come, I have updates on all of these things will happen. So just exercise patience. You get the information you want. I know there are a lot of questions playing on the lines, but the answers will come time.
Thank you very much, IG. I want to send special message to my family when they don't to we. Say we go inside town now, camera then they day. And they see all day the pass na camera. So anything they do inside town, just no more say IG they see. They watch, they capture you. So man go no more it's map then I dress it's not say IG they watch me. We'll take a picture. Alright, next set of questions on this side. Okay, the woman there number 1, number 2, number 3 in front. But the man, she blocking view. Number 4 yeah, number 5 the woman. Yes. I encourage the media houses and for they get more female reporters. When you know a female reporter, you get a 60% chance of getting your question answered. Because I'm a feminist minister, full-time feminist.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
Party was the BOMBSHELL Conte and the report for the Women's Voice newspaper. Well, not a question, actually. I'm more of a suggestion or call to attention for the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary. Making go they conduct a week, if not weekly, but monthly check, especially in the primary schools then. Because the teacher they like I don't take the schools them as business place. Imagine teacher they pull 9 million na picking and every day, each day. And the picking then they complain. Then they complain at us. Imagine if picking don't get that money, they end up for begin the thief na us. So na my own suggestion that day.
Alright, so we'll ask the minister for comment on that. Go ahead.
Alright, Mohammed Usman Bangura, Publisher, Capital Times newspaper. Minister of MBSSA. The flagship program of the president free quality education. Now we can see students there from primary school, MPSC, BK, and WAS. They rely on SPI, especially for the WAS. They use mobile phone to copy directly from WhatsApp. What are the policies where the ministry don't put together for avoid this? Then two, over the years, students that want to fail WAS not can get a second chance for receipt to WAS. Being a teacher, basically. Ministers, I don't think it's a disadvantage them, especially students away not getting financial support. Thank you.
All right, okay, teacher, journalist. That exam, the license, you don't take care. Me for basketball and English. Go ahead.
My name is Ambassador Mohammed. Working for the Success Team. Mr. Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education.
All your questions are added in there. Yes.
We get the new information in regards to the new policy of examination. Like just like how the university that they do. They say if you have two paper if you want, that you go for take. If you have two subjects you want, if three subjects you want take, that you go for take. You go sit and you go apply for a sit. How true is it? And I want to say kudos to one of the CSO team when I go outreach in the Eastern Municipality. They do a tireless way when I civil rights coalition. They really they try. We meet in the outreach team. They go on a survey. So in that regard, as a press, I was so pleased that one of the staff there always make sure say yes. They intervene. They ask the question, right, which is very very impressive. Thank you.
That's CSO we can't charge them for the adverts we do for the IRC. Go ahead, sir.
From the Nature newspaper. The question goes to the Minister of Information. Mr. Minister, one newspaper in Ghana reports saying the High Commissioner apprehended. Waiting at the position of the government regarding that newspaper report in Ghana.
All right, last one, number 5. Thank you. Huh? 1, 2, 3 door already come out. This is now 4. Asabi counts. Yes, go ahead. We will do 6, but now 4 door already talk. You know, number 5. Yes.
I get one appeal and question 1. And my question for the IG. And you say when I don't conduct investigation on the boat, wayland and I want to know when I don't get nothing of things here. I want to know if somebody don't claim the boat or say this boat na me carry family or na my keep no the boat carry. I want to know if anybody don't claim. Then we appeal, Mr. Minister of Information. And we know you don't do well, yeah, no reality. But we come the journalists and when they come for them, we ask questions and listen. We take bike, okay, and other things. And they appeal.
Buy bike for now.
Yes. Just for
The appeal that please now for the giving additional.
All right. Okay, I will tell finance. Go ahead. Yes.
Hello, I'm Erika Bangura from Hands of Radio. So the first question is to Minister Tomisaki. With regards to the school that we not able to meet up the waiting required for the pupils to be eligible to take the WAS exam. Now ever meet with them for make them know because this get to affect the pupils the more. For me they know what's not the specific things they want to think that they for make them able for accomplish self-accomplishment, you cannot be left out. And also, you're taking the discipline for say 6 months suspension without salary. Are there plans in place for ensure say when they go in suspension, this not affects the pupils then at the end. And also with regards to the IG, if we pray and hopeful, because we know the kind of embarrassment the way Sierra Unions can go through, say because of Sierra Union, they check you pass out, they check on a person. Because of the mentality they get with regards to drug and all. So if this allegation is proven to be true, waiting now the legal action where will be taken against the one that were involved, regardless of the diplomatic status and all.
All right, thank you very much. I think we don't know all the questions for today. We can get the final round of answers.
The teacher say he no say people dey spy with phones. They don't say suspect to say no. Confirm get the evidence so. I know all police is an anti-corruption issue. When the policy for avoid spying, I think the ministry will do a lot of that in recent years. There's a question about the policy of the repeaters. You don't answer this question here, I think a couple of times on this platform, but it's still they come up about whether it's just or not just question of repeaters. Then another question was about
your ability for only take the number of subjects the way you require, where you sit was. If this not true, say now, may I don't get 4 subjects, or may I go decide say, and the sit was in 5 years, every year I take 1 paper. Is that true? And then, wait, get one more question. The lady who asked the last question, I guess I'm for the suspension. I think you take the notes on that question. So we'll get one in there and then we'll come over to on this side, yeah. So I mean, if it's April, we're almost the past time now. For the keep and short.
Okay, very quickly, the lady will say school and they take money in Kenya. I really appeal to parents, members of the public, that if we know say this one they happen, we get a toll-free line of 8060, and I really would like for make when I make a report. And in making that report, you know, for disclose your identity so that that teacher doesn't discriminate against applicant. But I'm glad with the questioner actually say we probably make unannounced visits. Incidentally, I get to senior leadership meeting this morning, and this is now one thing with me and the new chief education officer, we agree say we're going to do more. For us to make sure say we go to school unannounced and make sure say that it happen. But I also want to encourage even any of them who go to school, you understand, and see what they happen at the school. We're going to know that and please make sure say we come back to you with that. The other thing that people that inspire, what do we do about this? We don't develop a new WAEC bill. It takes me a long time to go through because WAEC in 5 countries a day. And anything you do in one country, you therefore get the endorsement of the other 4. And the WAEC bill now is already, we will take and go cabinet shortly, and then after cabinet, we take and go parliament. So, myself, hopefully, the next time they can have, my sister, minister, I go one for them, say, we don't pass something
law. Yes.
So, but
we will clap
the
for
good
you.
thing is, we work with quite a lot of stakeholders on this, including the MPs on all sides of the house. And quite a lot of them be very involved in the process. And so that's not how we do that. But let's just do now one example of which they come now on board. The old actual begins for WAEC, they say if you spy, then they will charge you 10 million. 10 million. Then you can imagine, all month is spy because you You don't spend the 10 years. So what we don't do,
Doctor
we
will
don't
keep
change
the
them,
money.
we don't bring them up to a level where we go act as a deterrent. These are some of the things that we can, but also there are criminal elements of that as well, where we don't align with the Anti-Corruption Act and other legislation we're going to come to. Now, the second thing, this, and as a camp quite a lot, second chance for the exam. As a matter of fact, the trade union and the terrorists say, we don't introduce a policy called radical inclusion. So if somebody says we want 50, you want to take the exam, you take the exam. What do we try to do on the serious note on this one? We want to make sure, say, we get an alternative for people that wait. For example, they take what said they don't pass. Then they take several and they don't pass. So one of the things me and the system minister they talk about, now this idea of textbook will give you an alternative access to universities. We got two technical universities. We get Eastern Technical University, we get Magai Technical University. So in other countries, textbook that they often consider as the Cinderella part of education, because they feel to say that a second chance. This is not the case, because it gives you the same access to university as if you go through the academic pathway. So that is one thing we really do. When merely the work consulting, we'll get what go cabinet shortly. But in addition to that, if you don't pass the exam, you can always take the exam as a private candidate. You can always do that. Yes? Let me go back now to this thing about the. There was something about.
One paper. If you take a one paper.
No, I don't think you can take the new examination curriculum. The new curriculum we have. You get certain subjects. I think you have about 6-7 subjects that we never take. So you can't take one paper. That is not possible. Again, why you want to take a one paper? Where there might be an alternative shortly for making where you get to university. Perhaps using NDQ, which stands for National Vocational Qualification, rather than they go through WAS. You will still go to university. You will still get a degree.
Abilities are not the same.
And the good thing is, without a practical subject, say you're competent, you might even use that degree there, not go for a job, but actually create jobs, because you can be an entrepreneur if you get those technical skills. There was also something about this suspension. When we suspend teacher there for 2 months, we bring in retired head teachers and principals and for take over the schools. You will be surprised. In one of the schools, I don't call it, parents are always complain about this school. We'll bring a new head teacher, a new principal inside the school. Within 2 months, we see some significant transformation. Will lead me to this point where we are not consistently making for the last 5 years. That school leadership will therefore invest in them. Not just for the trained teacher, now school leadership. And we get a school leadership program right now where we train 300 school leaders, but we'll get a total of 3,000 where I begin work on one with the TSC. But now they don't take another level, the successor, don't develop it even further, and they don't begin and do that. There was something about question 5 was about some partial left out.
No. Not enough for IG about the boats.
No, okay. Yes, sorry. Yeah.
Ask the teacher if not engage them for those specific reasons, maybe they still the lack of.
Oh, yeah.
I think I don't answer that.
We don't answer that.
So, I talk about that class 2. I say even the offer, the teacher there, technical assistance. And in addition to that, we train teacher there again. We still need for engage. So I take what you say. We know that's the gap and tell you say, now punish no more we punish. Now carrot and stick approach, or which I call the mango stick approach.
And the banana island
So we will still continue to engage school heads to see how we can support.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Minister. IG, anybody don't claim the boats? And then, if allegations are true, waiting na the repercussions on all of them cases. I think that second question is the law. We follow the law. The law. Everybody in a salon. Nobody, not they above the law. As long as the laws of Sierra Leone are concerned. But IG, go ahead.
On the issue of the boats, the question asked that question. I think we are starting from top of that. Are they clearly the circumstances how we as a sector we even get for those say there's a boat awash until that just so on the issue of claiming nobody know they claim it. On legal action and the law, a level that give nobody's bigger than the law.
All right. I'm glad we asked about His Excellency, we High Commissioner in Ghana. As a matter of fact, somebody also sent me another report who say they don't arrest back, they go raid the embassy in Liberia back, they don't arrest the embassy. Now I reply to the person say the propaganda machine finally they put big smoke. Because all that they now verifiable fake news. No Ghana reporter not make that news. There's somebody. In fact, that very paper when I name they use, when they use the doctor, they pull the headline of the day, then puts down there, I receive that newspaper for that day. Nobody no go attack and arrest a sitting ambassador of any country. They are all guided by the Vienna Conventions. These are people the way interested in causing mischief. And they want to see the attack. We will continue to focus on the fact the ambassador is in Ghana, he doing work. Even the ambassador in Liberia, we're willing to admit, and we don't come very publicly say yes, there are issues in Guinea. Even the ambassador in Guinea, with the old substance, when they resolve say, oh, this now suspected to be cocaine, we don't be very transparent. The ambassador, they go, people over the Guinea can go down at the embassy, the ambassador, they meet and the ambassador, they. Somebody, they text me this or they ask me, say, if the ambassador is still the Guinea, I think the IG already against that. The ambassador not kind because before he minister today, he did Guinea. And a part of it because there's a pending issue there with Sierra Leoneans and at least one member of the ambassador and staff for the whole. As part of this investigation, we don't be transparent on that. And also, we get for deal with all of the issues that they for facilitates the recall still stand for let the ambassador come back completely. And then IG, somebody also text me, they ask if the open source in this investigation get any additional people of interest. And I think it's very clear saying the open source investigation and open source investigation, even in name we call, una no don't come to a point it una say this person involved in any crime in a salon, as far as una know, not so?
Yes, as far as never by the crime as well.
Una are able to report on any of the activity in a salon?
No, until we get access to our own for report.
Alright. So it's very important for them, again, who they report, we stick to the facts, and we, as the government of Salone, they continue for Canada, provide the facts, provide timely updates. They continue to make this request to international partners. Every citizen will out there get information will help the police in this investigation. We welcome you for come support. The Sierra Leone police, contact them on a public number, then provide the information will help them at this stage, and then we'll provide that information. I want to take this opportunity to tell thank you to my very distinguished guest, Kanaya, Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Conrad Saki, Minister of Technical and Higher Education, Honorable Dr. Hajara Matulawui, and the distinguished Inspector General of Police for Salone, William Faya-Sellu. All we media partner them. VSO, we make sure say we carry it inclusive sign language for this platform. Elcom, we give it today. Sarah Wata, we make sure say we will also sound all Wata, Afisel, Orange, and all we partner them. Una the media until we meet next week. Salam alaikum. Everything